Today I'm going to cover week one's work of Java and then have some preparation for week 2 as well in here. So in week 1 we covered, let me just open BlueJ. We covered the main method, some primitive data types, and how to declare a variable. So let's quickly run through it actually inside BlueJ, and hopefully we can get that going. Let's just quickly make a new project. Okay, so for those that don't have BlueJ, please get BlueJ. The reason why we use BlueJ is because at the end of the semester you will be coding on paper, and because NetBeans and Eclipse pretty much auto-fills code for you, you don't really learn as fast. So let me just quickly create a new project, and we'll just call it something like week 1 video. That's just the folder name where the project will reside. And the screen comes up. Just want to exit this. Okay. As it's empty, this is just a README document where you can like add your project title, purpose, and so forth. Then you say new class. As Java is an object-oriented programming language, we use classes. I'll just call this driver. The reason for the naming, or for the name driver, is is because here at Monash our convention is that the driver class is the class that executes the rest of the program. So you'll see later as we go on in the weeks to come. So let's just create driver. We double click on this and it opens up with already like pre-made code. You can go ahead and delete this. You can press Ctrl A or just highlight everything and delete. Then we start off by always saying public class and then the name that we just called here, driver, and then her braces or your brackets, and end it immediately. Do this always. Okay, then you say public static void main bracket string args. Okay, so this is our main method. In this week we don't cover what these mean, or I think in week 5 or 4 we cover what this means. This is just the variable name, and this is the name of the method, main. This is convention. It's always written like this for the driver class. The main method is always here in the driver class. Okay. The main method is the first thing that gets executed in our program, because java.exe somewhere on your computer will execute this class and see here is a main method, and we'll use this as a starting point. If we don't specify a starting point, then our program won't work. So I'm just gonna declare a variable quickly. Let me just variable. Let's just put comments, method, and our class. Okay. Comments don't get executed by Java at all. They are like invisible. It's just for us to read. Okay. So a variable gets declared by using the data type here, then the name of the variable, and then some Okay, this is just declaration. Let's just do this. Declaration or declaring. Okay. That's just declaring, semicolon, and then initialization. Or initializing is where we actually say name is equal to some value, like a string or like a number or so forth and so forth. You can actually do both of these in one line, but it depends on the question asked. For instance, in some exams you will be asked to say declare a variable only or initialize a variable in this line. So keep them separate in those cases, but if you're coding a program, then you might want to add a value straight. So let's say I create an integer which starts with int, and I'll give it a name I equals 1. That's in one step. The declaring and initialization is in one step. Okay, cool. Let me just run down the primitive data types. Let me just here. Yeah. Okay. Variable names are always lowercase or camel case. So for instance, the first letter is always lowercase, and then the second word concatenated to that is a uppercase. Okay, you could also do it like that, but I'd rather use camel case. Class names are always capital letter, and methods are always lowercase camel as well, like variables. Okay. Now assigning values to them, b equals well, byte assigning values. Okay, so assigning values to them would be b equals 100, short equals 100, and int, just assigning random. Let's just make it more random actually. A long float something f. The f is important here. You can have it uppercase as well, but just leave it lowercase. And I don't know, for me I always use lowercase. Then double, you can have something. You can also have here. The only difference between a float and a double is a float stores 32 bits of data, and this is 64 bits. So double is double that of a float. Just like as a short is smaller than an int, and a long is also longer than an int. Ints and longs, shorts and bytes don't store decimal values. Then you have char, which is always 1 inverted comma, not 2, like in a string. Char can be like uppercase or lowercase, doesn't matter. Well, it matters to the dot and what you save, but yeah. Alright, and then b flag would be a boolean, so either true or false. I'm just gonna make it true. Okay, cool. And that's the declaring and initialization of variables, our main method, a driver class, and yeah, we can also output this information So we can say this is always true for Java. System.out.print line, you're going to use this a lot. Then you can just add the variable. But just be careful that some things you just can't output immediately, as you have to like convert them. Let's just write everything out and see what happens. Okay, almost done. B flag. Okay, yeah, we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, okay, we have everything. Let's try and compile. Okay, just careful for semicolons. Cool. No syntax errors. Let's just see. Okay, I'm back to my main BlueJ window. Let's right click the driver and say void main. Okay, and it prints everything out, see, even the char, which is nice. Then you can just clear the console and close. If we added a string to each one, so this is a byte, this is a short, space, this doesn't add a space between the colon and the variable, but if you add the space there, now there's a nice leeway for the data to appear here and our variable here. Okay, plus, okay, we call it integer plus I, say long, plus L, float, double, character, boolean. Alright, no compile issues. With main, press OK, and everything prints out. Alright. That's it for this week. Yeah, that's it for this week. So, let me just end the video here. And, yeah, and then we'll continue next week with, I believe, methods. And, I think some instantiation. Okay, yeah, making methods and what these mean, and instantiating objects. Alright, see you then.